I don't wish to sound ungrateful, Peck, but your timing for this rescue mission was not ideal.
Amp unit activated.
I don't know why this outbreak
Please stand by.
but I've spent half my life in the breeze of shit-covered fans.
Amp unit energized. Area 2 online.
I have found a potential obstacle. Dr. Modi is now in possession of your inversion warheads. Oopsie. That fucking harpy. I'm sorry she ever set eyes on them. Part of me hopes Dr. Modi found a hiding place. The look on her face when Carver and Weaver find her is going to be priceless. If Revati Modi was involved here, Richtofen has fewer scruples than I thought, which was already none.
Put effect on target.
Amp unit activated. Please stand by.
Anywhere else is a miss.
Energized. Area 3 online.
Ahora!
The drive, the pit.
Had to sacrifice myself for the greater good, Brad.
Nah, that hard drive wasn't destroyed. It's just not where it should be. You got a mission, people. Go find our missing hardware. Interesting. There's an encrypted file in the database written by technical officer Anya Tanovsky. Secret workshop that, quote, can be found if you're so inclined, though most will be refused. thing grew
No,
great.
America.
I haven't seen crap like this in 6 years. Honestly, you people attract monsters like flies to shit.
Time to fumigate this place. It's worse than a summer in San Juan.
Max armor.
Like a crusty undead balloon. Just like the Air Force. Neat, tidy, and fast.
Tear them to pieces. Max ammo.
How about that? Made him even uglier.
Insta kill.
Now that's what you call good effect on target.
Double points.
Not gonna win the Cola Wars. just got a whole lot easier.
Raptor 1, Sky George is open for business. Seriously, we can evac if you need to.
I don't want to know what those chunks are. ¡Pum! En la cabeza.
Bonus points. Insta-kill. Turn them to pieces.
Sorry. Scratch opportunity has expired. Headwind's too strong.
Max ammo.
Zachary, my ass. That's pure goat piss. Whack! Ha! 3 missed. found the armory? Huh, that changes things up a bit.
What's up, Joe?
I agree. We talked with that, you know,
that kicks like a mule.
So, both sides. And
Dude,
the early jump kicks, you know.
he was leaving.
Fucking you. Told later on in the fight.
Cereal? No.
Those things are so devastating when people throw them the right way. And, yeah, he couldn't have fought a better fight. Took some big shots himself. Had the chin. Kept coming forward. Incredible performance by both guys. But don't point in.
Whoa, and that's just the beginning.
Did something nobody's ever done before.
You think of the name like Dustin Boyd, Dustin Davis. He got lots of big shots in the field. But when we recorded, he's only going to pick these big medals. That's
You got off the boat. They come from you've been that guy. Anytime right now, and things don't go our way, you got a call guy. You're not always on that way. You really will. And, you know,
True. Tagging, so he already just beat him. Yawn, Peter Yawn.
Y'all want to pull the head forward, just say the word.
And you're right. So as soon as that happened, I picked up the phone and called the president. Now it's his job.
Squeeze a line, that would be perfect.
Make me
Surprised these badges can walk upright.
Don't incendiary.
Oh, no. Not good. When you keep your own,
Socorro! Took a bad hit, needed assist.
movie did you think? Huh? Horrible, right? It's fucking crazy. Soft tissue swelling. That was it. That's just insane. It's incredible. I thought it was horrible. Destroyed. You know? Pretty amazing.
Magomed all week has said that you told him that he needed an impressive performance to get the next title shot. Ankalaev, I'm curious what you thought of his victory.
You look good. You absolutely look great.
Yeah. And Sharp Bullet, obviously one of the knockouts of the year, probably would be on the short list of present for Max at 300 with a double spinning back fist. He also wants to see the fight every week. Like, he wants to turn around and fight Macau, then he wants to turn around and fight Saudi Arabia. He's calling out Israel Adesanya. He's just like a promoter's dream, like this exciting fighter that just seems to want to fight every single weekend.
Yes, I love guys like that. And that's how you do it. Listen, if you're that good and you're that confident in yourself and you get out of a fight and you don't feel all banged up and you're ready to turn around, what everybody should do.
There was a bit of a drama with Reed Basharat and his opponent where Basharat was in here, so he had made weight, bantamweight, and then his opponent couldn't make it, so then he agreed to fight him at featherweight. So he weighed in 137, and his opponent weighed in at like 146. So that 10-pound difference at the weigh-ins, like he said, he can't remember a time this has ever happened. Makes weight, still has to fight at featherweight. When did you learn that all that was going down?
Right now.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dana, to go back to Ankalaev, he promised coming into this fight he wouldn't shoot a single takedown. He didn't do it.
Though.
Is this enough to get Alex Pereira? It's the second longest
Junior.
unbeaten streak in the history of this division behind John Jones.
I'd say yes.
And go back to what Oscar said there about Alex Pereira versus Ilya Topuria. Who would you give your Fighter of the Year award? Alex had the quickest fighter to ever get 3 title defenses, 175 days. Ilya knocking out both these guys. Who would you give it to?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd have to look at more numbers and stats, but
And what he just
you
did.
know, you can't take it away from either one of them what they've done this year. I mean, Alex. When you look at Alex on vacation in Australia, we call him and packs up and heads home and comes into the fight. I mean, he's built different, that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see what he just did again for a very long time.
It's like he doesn't even care about a full camp. He doesn't care if he's hurt. He doesn't care about anything. He'll get in there and fight.
Conor McGregor tweeted, "Call me," after the main event.
Lene just told me that, yeah.
What do you think he's referring to? Stuff to say to each other in recent months.
I don't know. I think that
Max is a good fight.
he did it to get this. We're all sitting here going, huh, what did he mean?
I asked you the other night about Pamersop, the Merab and Umar, and after that,
Conor can't be stupid, but
Q&A
he's not
before
stupid,
weigh-ins,
then.
I asked Umar, and he got like really upset when someone said he's ducking Umar. Is that the plan to do that fight? Like, is that the next fight you want at bantamweight, Merab versus Umar?
Absolutely.
Okay. And another thing you mentioned at Powerstop the other night was stuff about Francis Ngannou, and that stirred up a lot of reaction from the MMA community and from Francis himself. And he had a very interesting quote. Can I read you a little bit? He said, he can't handle this loss, referring to you. I'm sure he's been praying for my downfall. Which money is he talking about? The money that he owes me. They say we're going to give you back pay from the money we owe you from the Stipe and Cyril Gane fights. All that, they never paid me back. Now I've made more money than I would have ever made in the UFC. I would say twice the money in my entire UFC career.
Yeah. When have you ever heard a story in all the years we've been in business, even when it was upside down, where we owed somebody money? Never happened. So he's full of shit there. Then I lost. I didn't lose anything. I was done with Francis after that. He owes me money because we had to watch that fight with him and the Black Beast. He should actually pay me back for that fight. And all of you.
Dana Savage.
And me praying for it, trust me, I don't think about Francis that much. You guys asked me the question about the PFL, and I responded. Other than that, the only one who's praying for his demise is probably the PFL, because they signed a shitty contract with a guy that doesn't deliver any numbers, and ticket sales are pay-per-views. So, and they got to keep paying this guy for however long. And good for him. Not good for
True,
him.
though.
And what was the other question?
I know you said like he's all about the money, but then you also said like he would have made more money to stay here.
And that's a fact. He can play those games all he wants. He would have made more money here.
Yeah.
And just
Let me tell you what. There were two guys here. I wanted to cut them. Someday I'll tell you the story. Francis, like I was all about Francis in the beginning, and then I found out who Francis was, and I told the two guys who asked me not to cut Francis, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And yeah, believe me, I have no sleepless nights over Francis leaving.
So just two more things on this.
It's got Pereira now.
But he went on to become the UFC heavyweight champion. So I guess what does that say about that thought process? Does it show he should have stayed?
Well, no. I didn't like Francis as a person. Wasn't a guy I wanted to do business with. My boys were telling me he's misunderstood. And I told them, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah, it wasn't about him becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. Francis isn't a good guy. Plays a good guy. I don't understand the language, and so he seems like he's a nice guy. He's not, and he's just not a guy that I wanted to be in business with. Period. End of story. Whether he became the champion or not.
And I assume you don't want to be in business with him ever again, but
we won't be. We'll never be in business together. You could tell. We don't like each other, and this goes way back. This goes back to before the first Stipe fight. He pulled some shit before the first Stipe fight. And I said, I'm done with this guy, and then Stipe beat the shit out of him. Great night. And then, yeah, we never had a relationship after that.
Well, I know you said John Jones walk out of any room, so wouldn't it be gratifying to put him in a room with Francis?
He didn't want that fight. He could have stayed and took that fight. He didn't want that fight. Tom Aspinall deserves that fight.
Yes.
And just one other unrelated thing. Ian Gary posted a couple weeks ago of him signing a contract for Colby Covington. He said it was going to be the main event in Tampa. I know you said in the past Colby's never turned down fights. Did he turn down that one? And what's going on with that potential match?
I don't know yet. We're still making. It's not that anybody's turning down fights. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody's turning down fights. Hey, you.
So we'll see that fight probably.
Hey, after 2 weeks ago, you said Sean Strickland will be next for Dricus du Plessis, but after seeing Hamzat's performance tonight, is Strickland still next, or is it going to depend?
It's a good question.
Very nice.
Call me on Tuesday.
It should be Hamzat.
All right, and just one other one for me. I heard that there are plans of the UFC going to Abu Dhabi more in 2025. Are we just looking at Riyadh and Abu Dhabi when it comes to the Middle East, or could we be looking at other countries in the Middle East?
Definitely. I mean, we're we you know how it is. We want to take this thing everywhere. So yes, we could be looking at other countries. We're in talks right now, and yeah, we want to bring more fights here too. Thank you.
Дана, поздравляю с очередным крутым турниром. Ты уже доказал, что ММА может конкурировать с боксом, но сейчас параллельно шел футбол, Барселона против Реала. Когда ММА сможет конкурировать с футболом?
Congratulations on another great event. You already proven that you can compete with boxing, but tonight, at the same time that we had the event, there was the big soccer match. When are we going to be able to compete with the Giant soccer?
Well, I don't really feel like I compete with other combat sports. I compete with things like soccer and the NFL and college football, the NBA. That's what we can. Movies. I mean, whatever takes the attention of people on Saturdays is what I compete with.
Я не думаю, что я соревнуюсь с боксом или с какими-то другими видами спорта, боевого спорта. Мне кажется, что я уже соревнуюсь и с большим футболом, и с американским футболом, и с НБА и так далее. Вот это так, и даже с кино, поэтому вот такие вот самые большие вещи, это вот с ними я соревнуюсь.
В четвертый раз за историю UFC бой за титул дали дебютанту Каю Сакари. Правильно я понимаю?
This is the fourth time in the history of the UFC that a debut guy, a guy that's debuting, is getting a title shot. This is the fourth time in the history of the UFC that a debut guy is getting a title shot. Kaya Sakara. Does that mean that there's trouble in that division?
No, it means he's a bad motherfucker.
He is.
Нет, он просто охуенный.
Когда появится реванш с Цуркяной и Махачевым?
When is going to be announced the rematch between Sarukian and Makhachev?
I don't know.
Right now.
Не знаю.
Call me on Tuesday.
Во вторник позвони.
И последний от меня вопрос. Совсем недавно на подкасте
Can we
разговаривал,
call?
что у Шейна Карлина началась деменция. Поможет ли как-то UFC, ветерану этого спорта и человеку, который заслуживает...
Dana should start a podcast
There
called
was a
Call Me on
podcast that said that
Tuesday,
Shane
and on
Carvin
Tuesday
had,
he'll tell us
had
all the
dementia
shit.
started. Will the UFC help him out somehow for this person who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
What's the question? Would we do what?
Would you help him out somehow?
We have been helping him out. We have been working with Shane Carlin for a long time.
Мы уже давно ему помогаем, мы уже давно с ним работаем.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ma'am, in the back there.
Me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
Dana, Christina from Europop. Again, congratulations on a wonderful night of fights. That was
Thank you.
amazing. So now you have two champions from Georgia, and one of them today just made history for our country and for UFC as well. Made his first title defense. As a person who represents Georgia in sports media, I get bombarded with questions. But now that we have two champions, will UFC bring an event, if not in Georgia, then maybe in the region? So, are there any plans? I know you've mentioned either Madrid or Barcelona.
He said that you guys now have a good relationship, and it's just some other people that are saying that bad things about him to you. But he hopes that the relationship could be mended, and one day he can be back in the UFC.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
listen,
the
I
chicks
have
are
no
here.
problem with my
Can I take a shower in a
but
bit?
I don't deal with them
Is
on a
that
daily
cool?
basis. If I did, maybe I would.
Hey?
You know, the matchmakers didn't want to resign.
It'd be cool if I take a shower in a bit.
Oh, he lost?
Or-
Listen, I got no problem with it. PFL should sign. Thank you.
Yesterday at the fan Q&A, Marab said that he wants to rematch Sean O'Malley towards the end of this year or early next year. And then you've also got Marab on Twitter saying that Marab is ducking him. Could you provide some clarity on that situation?
Umar said that Marab is docking him, but Marab said that he wants to rematch O'Malley at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. What's the situation?
Umar.
Good answer.
Umar, because
Good
there
answer.
was some news that came out that he's scheduled to fight Song Yodong.
Song Yodong.
Is there any confirmation to that?
Did we announce it?
This one was it could be a men final. It's coming back to both up with that fight lightweight.
I don't even know. Right here, right now,
An entire class of
like
U.S.
I say,
Soviet nuclear missiles is
Yeah.
eliminated.
we got to fly to New York tonight, and then back to Vegas.
The era